Here we are, the day after. The New York Giants got off the toilet and won a football game. I just wanted to go over the game yesterday. A couple of good things that I want to talk about. Guys like Barkley. Barkley's starting to get his legs back. And the O-line's playing better than we expected this year. And the defense showed up yesterday, put up a good game. Because anytime you could hold the New Orleans Saints offense, even if it's an offense without Breeze, still been putting up points this year. You hold them to a touchdown right before the half. So 7 points for an entire first half in their home building in front of one of the loudest crowds in football. You got to call that a good job. There's times when the Giants defense is giving up stuff that we didn't see them give up last year, but still overall they kept the Giants in the game yesterday. And Garrett finally opened up the offense. Like people mentioned, Slayton getting hurt might have been a little blessing in disguise because Tony's been forced into the offense. And boy, did Tony show you some things yesterday why he was drafted at 20. I'm not going to sit here and make believe it's a guy I would have drafted at 20. As you all know, I would have taken the O-lineman or Kwity Paye. But not to say that I wouldn't like to enjoy this kid. His legs move amazingly. The things he does, the way he makes people miss that are like basically right on top of him. Told you guys he has Tyreek Hill in him. We just got to find ways to put the ball in his hands that don't have to be down the field. It could be line of scrimmage passes. This guy makes people miss. That 3rd and 18 yesterday where he danced through 4 or 5 different people and picked up the first down. One of the bigger plays in the game. The kid's obviously has rubber band legs and athletic ability. So we're going to have to include him more often. I'd like to see him get that end around on the 3 instead of Ingram. Or take the play on the 3-yard line and basically throw it in the garbage because it doesn't work. We all know that. But it's a positive day. It's a big win. Emotional. I know the fan base thinks that we're alive and we're back in it, but I'm going to wait another game or two. I told you guys 2 weeks ago when things started out bad, if we could get through week 6 at 2-4, not the best record, but 2-4 would put us alive for the rest of the season. Expect that the Cowboys are going to be a tough team to deal with this year. So I'm not throwing away the division yet. The season's not over. It's early. It's very early, especially with an added game this year. And we can look back and we can eat our heart out because we should be 3-1. And the coaches gifted away 2 games to the Redskins and Atlanta. There's no way in the world we should have lost those games. Funny thing is sometimes they say it's not who you play, but it's when you play them in the season. So if we would have caught Atlanta next week instead of last week, we probably would have buried them by a good 13 or 14 points instead of losing on the last play of the game. But this is the way things work. It's good to see Barkley's legs are starting to come around now. You can see Barkley starting to emerge, get back to the kid we knew 2 years ago. And but how can we talk about this win and not talk about Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones, the dime. This kid's taking a beating from the media and the fans for the better part of, 3 years? People don't believe in him. He's funny looking. He looks like a clown. He runs fast but trips over his toes. Well, let's look at it right now. Nobody in the league is laughing anymore. The kid's among one of the best QBs in the league in rating. He leads the league in completions of 20 yards or more. All right? I believe he has a 69 percentage, if not a little better. 402 yards yesterday against one of the top-rated defenses in football. In their house, in a hostile environment, 402 yards, 2 touchdowns. I believe he should have had a 3rd touchdown. I don't know if they handed Jones the touchdown on the 55-yard pass to Ross that he fumbled going in and then he recovered. So that might have been as a recovery touchdown. But all of us watching know that was a 55-yard strike that was perfect. So if nothing else comes out of the season but that Daniel Jones emerges as a franchise QB, we already know he's one of the best athletes in the league the way he runs. Very athletic, very big, has a big-time arm, tall quarterback. The guy has all the tools to be a big-time NFL QB. And in the last 3 weeks, we're seeing it. Because with the entire mess around him and a very questionable offensive coordinator, somehow Jones is shining. So, like I said, it's too early to give up on the year. The Giants could definitely make a run. We could be a wild card team with 7 spots. But if the only thing that comes out of this season is that we found ourselves a hell of a quarterback for the next 10, 12 years. And we could go into next year's draft with 6 picks in the first 3 rounds. I believe, right? Or 6, 7 picks in the first 4 rounds. 2 picks in the first round. And there's a good chance that those 2 picks could be in the top half of the draft. And you don't have to spend that on a QB because you already have your franchise stud quarterback. The Giants will be sitting in an amazing spot for the future. And you don't have to spend those top 2 picks on a quarterback. And you could go out and get maybe this number 1 offensive lineman in the nation from Alabama. And then go get a pass rusher defensive end. 2 studs on each side of the line. You know, the Giant, that's where you're building a winner. Something we haven't been able to do the last few years. So like I said, just seeing Jones step up and shine right now, you can't ask for anything more. Yeah, you want to win more games. Yeah, we want to make a run. Yes, the team has the talent. But if Jones keep growing throughout the year, becomes one of the top QBs in the NFL. You know, you say top 7, 8 QBs in the NFL. And right now, he's rated up there. You'll be real happy. And the other guy that we should all be excited about is a guy that took abuse last year. And right now, he's sitting among one of the top tackles in the NFL, okay? Andrew Thomas, who Gettleman drafted among 4 tackles that a lot of people said he was the worst of the 4 last year, right now is rated one of the best tackles in football. The guy's lights out. Nobody touches Jones from his side. The guy is shutting down big-time defensive ends, proving to you why he was drafted at the top of the draft. Andrew Thomas is emerging as a big-time tackle. Jones is emerging as a real-deal QB. It's year 3. This is usually the 3rd year when quarterbacks come out of their immature states and show a lot. And this guy's doing it on a big stage right now, man. And let me tell you something. We're going to go to Dallas next week. Nobody's going to pick us to win, okay? People are going to say the Giants got lucky last week. They caught the Saints napping. They got no shot in Dallas. Dallas right now is riding a wave. They're 3-1. They look amazing. They're darling America's team. Dak is back off the broken leg, which, not to sound like a jerk, but we're the team that gave it to him. I'll tell you right now, the Giants go to Dallas next week. Dallas is due for a loss. I'm big on these type of things, man. I'm really big on teams that are hot, that are due for a loss. Teams that lost 2 or 3 in a row that are due for a win. I look at those things because that's a big part of the NFL. Year in and year out. Okay? The Giants now gain some confidence off this win. Things are starting to click. The defense has to get a little bit tighter. A little better in the secondary. Back to the defensive form of last year. All right? We actually match up with Dallas well. They have the receivers and we have all the secondary players. Okay, we go to Dallas. And we find a way to pull this game out. And you know the Giants are going to show up and give Dallas a very tough game. We always do. All right? What I tell you a week or 2 ago, I stick to it. We got Dallas and the Rams, 2 very hard games. Go get 1. Split those 1-1. Get through week 6 at 2-4. And we take it from there. All right? Because somewhere in the middle of the season, we're going to make a little 3-4 game stretch of a winning streak. It's the Giants' way, and that's what they do. Go to Dallas angry and hungry this week. You want to make a statement to the country that we're not the same crap team we've been the last few years? You want to step up and show everyone that we should be 3-1 and not 1-3? That we gave those games away? And we did give those games away. Go down to Dallas, play a clean football game, and walk out of there with a game-winning field goal if that's what it takes. All right? And I believe the Giants are going to do it. Go to Dallas. They're due for a loss. They're riding high. They think nobody can touch them. That's usually when teams get caught. Okay? Their guard is down. If they shut down their running game, we can win this game. But bottom line, man, don't be overly excited. You got a good win yesterday. It feels nice. Stack on another win next week and make it real. Okay? I don't want to be the team that wins once every month and be happy. Oh, we tried. We did that. Enough with that. It's been like that for years. Enough with that shit. Time to step it up. Go put a couple together. Daniel Jones has become a real leader of this team. You could see it. And I seen it for the first time in him yesterday when he was pumping his fist on that 50-yard bomb. All right? You see this guy's not a kid anymore. He's a beast. And you watch his press conferences, the way he talks. He's a mature man and knows how to handle the media. It tells you a lot about the guy. The rest of the team's got to step up around him. Certain players are doing it. We need the rest of them to do it. Evan Ingram, step up and be a man already. Go to Dallas, and you never know. You don't know what the possibilities are. You come out of Dallas, you come back home 2-3. It's a brand new season. You're one game out of first. And there is a lot of year to go. A lot of season to go, man. So it is what it is. Everybody gets on the coaching staff and Garrett this year, but you got to give credit where it's due. Okay? Coaching staff did pretty good yesterday. Especially Garrett called a real nice game. I'd like to see him keep this going. Add a couple of new plays. Some of these sideway plays with Tony, fake handoffs to Barkley. You could create some stuff. And Ross is not a guy to be slept on either. The guy has game-breaking speed down the field, and that's why he caught a couple of big catches. I like what I saw. Give me more. I want to see it again. I want to see it again over the next 2 weeks against two big-time teams. I'm not asking you to go win every game. Go get one of the next two. And let's give us a season. That's the Miz. I'll see you guys on the stream.